RGVTITANRADIO.com. We are the 956. It's RGVTITANRADIO.com, where we are the 956. How you doing this afternoon? Vinny Dee here on the afternoon of Tacos Tuesday. And today we are doing our very first ever crossover episode with part of our production team right here, Derek Zan with Valley Food Review. Also a really big part of what we do here at RGV Titan Radio. Thank you. Glad you guys are doing all. Everybody doing okay? Oh, by the way, let me introduce the other two guests. They're sitting right here. We're inside. Everything we're going to do right now is inside Dessert Lounge. We're here with Johnny and Eliza from right here at Dessert Lounge. Everything we're doing right now is it's everything D Lounge. We're going to eat some food. We're going to try out some stuff with the food review, but we want to talk a little bit about, before we get into the food, we want to talk a little bit about what you guys got going on here this month. What you do, Eliza, as far as your role here at Dessert Lounge and all that good stuff. So, you guys ready to kick this off?
Well, yeah, the one thing that we really wanted to throw out there is this Saturday's event, and that's going to be hosted by Eliza. If you want to give us a little bit about that.
Sure. I facilitate the events here at Dessert Lounge, and we host speed dating events on the second Thursday of every month. We're doing it this Saturday only because it's before Valentine's, and we want to help y'all find a Valentine. So it's on Saturday the 9th at 7, and it ends at 9. Basically, if you've never heard of speed dating, or maybe people say like, oh, I've seen it in the movies, is it like Hitch? Yeah, it is. It's super fun. It's really cool. It's a new, it's not new, but it's new down here. People do it in larger cities all the time, like New York, LA. Single professionals that are on a time crunch, don't have time to date. They need to meet people right away. Filter them out. People who value time, are forward thinking, think outside the box, don't want to meet people at a sloppy bar or club. You can come here in a sober environment. You can meet people, you can talk to them, have a conversation of substance. You can ask any questions you want. You can ask substance questions, you can ask surface questions, you can ask anything you want. You have 4 minutes with each person. You rotate, gentlemen rotate, ladies stay seated, and at the end of the event, you turn in your match cards, and only mutual matches are matched. So if you check yes and I check no, then we're not a match, but if we both check yes to each other, that's considered mutual, and I can send out the matches through email or text, whatever you feel comfortable with. It's whatever you provide me with. And it's really fun. It's just something new and fun that we do here, and we're doing it the Saturday before Valentine's to kind of help you all find a Valentine.
So we were talking about this a little bit before you showed up, and Johnny was saying how we want to try and entice the gentlemen a little more to come out.
Yeah.
Are we having a hard time getting guys to do speed dating?
Yeah, that's always the story behind every single event that we've done when it comes to speed dating. This will be our 4th one. We always get a good amount of single professional ladies that sign up. And last minute, it's always the guys, and it's just that idea. It's like, oh, this isn't my thing, you know. It's not, especially down here in the valley, like we were saying.
Let's be real, because they're closed-minded, they're machistas, and they're the typical. I do this, I don't have this. I'm not desperate. I can get a girl on my own. Yeah, how's that working for you? What caliber of women are you getting? Are you dating quality women? What kind of women are you getting? You know, you come here, you're gonna find single professionals. Girls that have a mind, that have intelligence, that are ready to date. I mean, yeah, if you're a Joe Schmo that wants to date a loser girl that just wants to mooch your money, I mean, go right ahead. You can find that on your own at any bar or club. You can drink it up, pour beer on her, whatever you want to do. But you're not going to find that here. We have quality singles here in this restaurant. So let's get real. You guys need to catch up, start being more forward thinking, and stop being so machista. And don't be intimidated by a woman's success. If you can handle a woman's success, that means you're a real man. You're not insecure.
And just let's just be on the real side here. There are females that are the same way those guys are too. And we put them all in the same bars. Absolutely. And this is the difference here at Dessert Lounge. You can see as you look around when you walk in this place. This isn't a sleazy rundown.
No, actually, that's one of my.
It has a nice homey feel. It's it has a certain elegance to it. It's a really nice place. I'm still looking around, and I really enjoy this place. So when they say, and they're throwing in professional women, we've got across the street here, the hospital, and I think maybe there might be some nurses that come in here.
Oh yeah.
And you know what?
During the lunches.
You never know. You might find a nice lady and you take her home and she could be a fucking freak for all you know. So you meet a nice lady out in the streets.
Saw that oppression of working so long with those hours, you know?
So,
you just want to go home and just let it
to address the guys, I think personally, it's kind of, let's present a personal challenge also. If you're a person who says, I am a good person, I deserve to meet somebody, you don't even have to be one of those I've got game people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You don't want to go to those situations and meet somebody who's of a lower caliber or be in that environment like she said. So come on down.
And give yourself a chance.
Grab a table.
If you think you're worth, give yourself a chance and come down and meet a nice lady.
I mean, what have we got to lose?
No, definitely.
What
And
have we got to
as being I'm here every night for the most part. My duty is the absolute front of this restaurant, and customer service, everything like that. I'm always bringing in the clients and everything of that sort. And I can tell you firsthand, like the compliments we get about this restaurant is very amazing. A lot of people walk in and they're like, man, it's like I'm in Austin, or this place reminds me of some place in Philadelphia. I've heard Philadelphia, I've heard Austin, I've heard New York, I've heard Seattle. Yeah, you told me New York, right?
Yeah, it's like a New York kind of like, you go in, you get your deli, you get your cakes, and they all have this big spinny kind of like circular cooler.
Yeah, and I really like that.
Room full of sweets is the
There
first
you
thing I
go,
noticed
yeah.
when I walked
Yeah.
in. And the chandelier, nice chandelier hanging from the
Yeah,
ceiling.
and I like that because this is that type of place where it's like, and I've heard this so many times from so many other people, and I really like the tagline. It's like, come on in, leave the valley behind. You know what I mean?
I saw that.
And
I saw that. That was pretty good.
I really dig that because so many people feel that way, and I'm like, man, that's what makes me love this place so much. And yeah, we do have a sort of demographic that especially for, like I said, I see the customers and the clients that come in every single day. So I'll see people in the parking lot kind of testing the waters. Yeah, like, should I not go? For women, it's so much easier to come in. They're like, oh, this has wine, this has desserts. That's a no-brainer.
Listen,
for
I'm
guys.
all about wine and desserts. I'm not gonna lie. I love wine.
Yeah, and then for like
I got a sweet set of teeth.
the modern Mexican male here in the valley, it's like they come in, they're like, oh yes, boss, do you got any Michelob Ultra? No, sir, I don't. We have yeah, it's like we don't have the common domestic beers that you would find at any other bar or anything like that. And so yeah, that turns it away. I had one guy get mad just because we weren't playing the game one night.
Wow,
we don't
that's
have a
great.
TV here.
Let me take that just right there from you. By the way, RGV Titan Radio, right now, you guys are tuned in. We are broadcasting live from Dessert Lounge. We're talking about right now getting guys out here to the February, what date is it again?
February 9th,
The February
Saturday at
9th
7.
speed dating event that's going to be inside the Dessert Lounge right now. Just bringing the listeners that are just tuning in up to speed right now. Wow, that guy's peeling out outside.
Yeah, and you know what? I harped a little bit on the guys. I'm going to harp on the girls too.
It's
and
cool.
I can
It's
because
cool.
I'm a
But
woman.
this is what I wanted to say was, shit, what the hell did I want to say? We good over there, Fred? All right. I looked over at me like something was wrong. Anyway, I wanted to say, as a guy who drinks a lot and my girlfriend goes out and is the designated driver for me all the time, I will tell you what, this place is a nice change to come and surprise your girlfriend. Instead of her driving you around and me getting shit-faced, I get shit-faced off of some fireballs, some beers, and then she's got to drive my annoying ass home. So imagine, you guys, and I know all you fucking guys out there, a lot of you guys do that stuff because I know you personally. But what I wanted to say was, this is a nice surprise. I had my girlfriend here earlier, and she really, really digs this place. I can already tell you that if I brought her out to something like this, and a place like this, and I said to her, I'm the driver tonight, this is what you're drinking, this is where we're hanging out, it would just go so great. That night would just be so amazing. So just bring your girlfriend out here. It's a nice change of pace instead of the smoky bar or just a bar instead.
Yeah.
Smoke or not, it's still a bar.
Yeah.
You got good off chance someone's going to be puking in the restroom or
That's very true.
on you. You know what I mean? Like it happens all the time. But this is really cool. It's a nice change and it's a nice surprise. Let's talk about those females that you wanted to tap into.
No, okay. I'll harp on the girls too. Girls, we need to level up. I know y'all say you're independent women, but down here y'all are just looking for sugar daddies.
Oh,
You need a mind of your own.
refinery wives.
You need a mind of your own. You really do, and you need to get that independence. You have greatness inside of you. You need to tap into that, girl. You don't deserve a sugar daddy. You deserve a real man that's going to take care of you and treat you like a queen. But your mentality has stunted you you and is keeping you stagnant. So that's the problem that I see here with the women is that, well, why can't you find someone and build an empire together? Why do you want the empire already set? That's not fair. And then you're calling these guys broke. You don't even have half the shit that you're saying they don't have, but yet you're calling them broke.
Bring her in. I want to bring you in more often for
like how she's
relationship
not pulling any
advice.
punches.
I love it. I love it. That's how I deliver the punch.
And I say this in love because as women we have power, and if you have that mentality, you're just gonna stay stagnant and stuck. Your beauty's gonna fade one day. You can't be a trophy all your life, and then what do you have to offer? Absolutely nothing. You need to be a woman of substance, a woman of power, a woman of greatness. That's what's inside of you. Why are you settling for a man who has money? You're picking the wrong man and the right wallet. Why don't you pick the right man and build the right wallet together and have that empire mentality?
Yeah, so if anything happens, it will be fair if it's 50-50 split on the divorce.
Yeah, instead of stealing some guy's shit. Work for all
Hey,
his
nasty
life.
prenup is ironclad. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
But no, and I appreciate those words immensely because, I just feel like you're absolutely right. There's not enough of that out there, and I wish there was. Coming from a single guy like myself,
A dapper-looking single man.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Widely available.
But, it is a little bit difficult. Like, when I decided, and I'm going to be very truthful about this, I wanted to do some research. When I decided about 2-3 weeks ago or so, and I was barely coming up with the idea of this topic, this thing where we're at right now, what we're doing, I remember Eliza had mentioned about, like, I would help out for the speed datings. I'd be one of the guys to sit in and everything like that, and I'd get a lot of hits. I'd get a lot of matches and everything like that. So I do have a way.
You got a lot of matches because you have a great personality and you're smart, dude. You can actually stimulate a woman's brain, and that's what women
Thank you.
want.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But
a nice kind of stimulation.
but aside from like having to do that here, I took it upon myself to be like, you know what? I'm going to do some research. I'm going to go ahead and really go dive deep into like some of these internet dating apps and everything like that and see what's up, and it's kind of sad the kind of crap I end up like uncovering, from girls that just want like easy money to like bots that try to get you to get into websites.
Wow, yeah. I guess that's all across the board, not just in our emails, right?
It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere, and it's really exhausting. I'm trying to actually talk to a person, and they come in, making it seem like, oh yeah, we're generally interested. I'm a person who wants to get to know you, and then 3 sentences later, it's like, if you'd like to learn more, please go ahead and sign into this website. It's free, but we need your card for a verification to make sure you are who you say you are, and you're over 18. I'm like, motherfucker, Jesus Christ.
Exactly what you're saying, Johnny, is kind of what the frustrations are for guys that speed dating isn't too feminine. Is that the thing?
No, it's not. It really isn't. I have a lot of fun. I made a lot of great women, and even though
if I was single, I would be in on these things because why wouldn't you want to come into an event that real quickly you're going to find another person that's probably just like you or not.
And you don't have to wonder, does this person want to meet me? Is she single?
That's what
she
they're
paid
there
for a ticket to meet you. So that's why she's here.
That's
She
great.
wants you to talk
Honestly,
to her.
I would be apprehensive.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I would be apprehensive about speed dating, and let me tell you why. And I'm looking at the world before I met the woman of my dreams, of course, because I've been married for quite some time.
We both are taken, so
but I'm thinking about my single self before. I was out in the world, not really looking for someone, which is what everyone does. You kind of are, but you kind of aren't. You're out because you want to get out. That's your excuse. While you're out there, you're hoping that you meet someone. Very rarely do you ever see it like it's in the movies where some guy's walking up to you, he's like, hey, how you doing? What's your name? You've been running through my mind.
I do that all the time. Nothing ever happens.
And he's got all the pickup lights. It's much more rare than you think. Yes. So you really just go out.
I could pull it off, but
cheesiest pickup lines over here. But anyway, so doing that is more comfortable because there's no expectations. Doing something like speed dating for me feels like putting yourself out there. It really does. But now that I'm married, now that I can look back on my single life, I would tell my younger self who was thinking that, do it. By all means, because when I met my wife and I finally got out of the dating scene, I was so relieved that I didn't have to be out there looking for the one anymore.
It's exhausting.
It was a nightmare.
It really is.
And if I could have put an end to that sooner by meeting somebody that was actually, I would have.
Let me get one thing clear. There are no expectations. There are no expectations, and I'll tell you why. Don't come in here with expectations. Come in here with an open mind. Each of you has a match card. Nobody sees it. You write down the person's name that's in front of you. You check yes or no on who you want to see again. The only person that ever sees that match card is me, and I don't disclose that information with anyone, only your matches.
You're not snapping it, right?
Yeah, no, I'm not like that.
Check it out, man.
No.
This guy only got one like.
How much is it to enter into your speed dating?
Johnny, you want to take care of that?
Yes, it's $25 per person, and it comes with 2 drink tickets, and those drink tickets is either for, say, like 2 beers, or a beer and glass of wine, 2 glasses of wines. We also have like Moscatos, mimosas, other things like that you can exchange with those 2 drink tickets. Or if you're not a drinker, but you did find someone who you got along with here at the speed dating event, use those drink tickets on them, man. Shit.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
you don't have to be that type of person. It's like, well, I came here, but I don't drink, so what's my substitution?
And you know
Nah,
what?
use it for someone else, man. Don't worry.
That's actually a really good idea. Probably don't drink. Maybe pregame a little bit if you don't.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean?
Get
And
that
then
liquid
give those
courage
out.
before you get in
It'll be
here.
nice. Anyway, so once again, let's bring the listeners up to speed. It's RGVTITANRADIO.com. It's Taco Host Tuesday. It's the first ever crossover. I'm having a really good time already talking to you guys because I like how much you just spit that shit out there. It's the best. I really enjoy it. Eliza and Johnny from right here at Dessert Lounge. If you guys are checking this out, we do this at RGV Titan Radio with Derek, and for a small fee, we can come in and show the Valley the inside of your business, and we can taste test some stuff, which
we love
here in
food.
absolutely.
We're all about it.
Here in just a little bit, what are we getting, Johnny? That's going to be brought out to us.
Right on.
And,
So-
and let's not go too in depth because we want to see because the chef is just super, the ninja chef.
Right, so our ninja chef is back there right now.
Super excited to be explaining this to us. So just kind of like a real general idea for the next
Can I just say really quick before he explains it, I really like your chef's energy. This guy
Oh,
seems all
absolutely.
about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see him off camera, but
I love
he's been
Connor.
dancing in the corner.
My guy Connor is really, really awesome. And when it's me and him working, we really vibe with each other. We really end up helping each other out. We pump each other up. You know what I mean? One person's having a bad day, either the front's doing bad or the back is doing bad. Now we got each other to, we know the same jokes, the same movies, the same cartoons, and stuff like that. So that usually helps. Someone throws out a stupid reference, we're like, good day came back again. Thanks, buddy.
He's wearing how do you say it? Naruto
headband.
Yeah, and he's like, I made sure to wear it today, so make sure to call me the ninja chef because I've earned that. And I said, you got it, man. I'll call him Ninja Chef.
Yeah.
So basically, let's go back to the speed dating. We're gonna get these dishes out here in just a little bit, and Derek's gonna go to town, and we're all gonna taste test. You've already eaten the fucking food, so you don't.
Oh
Me too,
yeah,
I've
are you
already-
kidding?
You've
Like,
already-
shit.
So we're gonna taste test it. I mean, if you guys want to snack on it, I'm pretty sure it's that good that you guys want to.
Yeah.
She gets excited too.
Well, I mean, we can still get your impressions.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We want to see all your faces, like or you know what I mean. So.
Did you also mention that y'all have brunch all day, dude?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, mention you guys. I want you guys to talk
Yeah.
about all Dessert Lounge.
I actually wanted to ask
Well-
you about your painting event that you had.
oh, right. Well, yeah, that's another thing. Every Tuesday night, so that would be tonight at 7 p.m. Every Tuesday night, we have our sip and painting classes. Those are $35 per person. It comes with a free glass of wine. And of course, all materials are included from like the canvases, the acrylic paints, aprons, each of that stuff. And starts at 7 p.m. to about 9:30, 2.5 hours, depending on times.
This is what night again?
Tuesday nights. So like tonight,
So
yeah.
tonight.
Yeah.
And it's super fun. I've been doing this kind of work for 4 years already. I've worked with all the studios down here in the Valley. Tipsy, who is it?
Tipsy Canvas?
Tipsy Canvas,
I remember them, yeah.
I had my own studio for a while called Dolly's Cave. It was in South McAllen.
That was your studio?
Yeah,
No kidding.
right
What a
across
beautiful
from like
place.
PF
Actually, I
Chang's
went
and
there
everything like
one time
that.
with a friend of
You
mine.
went
That's
there?
cool.
Come on. And you do not remember a guy with a beard and maybe scraggly hair
Dude,
in
had
some
some
class?
big ass hair.
How do you not remember that jacket?
I don't know if I had the jacket at the time. I know I made it in the studio. I made the jacket in the studio, but I don't know how far along that was. But no, I've had about over 20 years of painting experience. Most of my education falls under fine arts and graphic design, media arts, and everything like that. But I love painting more than anything.
I think
I
it's
love sharing that with the world, So every Tuesday.
I think it's worth mentioning that the painting that they're going to be doing that day is on Facebook, right? You have the events listed so they can see what they're going to be painting.
Yeah, we still have our events and everything like that. And if you guys don't like, the kind of things like that where we have our sip and painting classes, we also have wine tasting classes. That's every Wednesday, same time from like 7 p.m. to about 9:30. We have a professional sommelier who comes in and her and the guests, whoever signs up, samples about 4 different bottles of whatever the subject is. So last week's subject was, we did the Texas wines. We had 4 different bottles of Texas wine. A week before that was Cabernet Sauvignons, 4 different bottles of Cabernet Sauvignons. And this coming up Wednesday, tomorrow, we're going to be doing champagne. Yeah, so we'll be doing that.
It's a champagne.
But and then aside from
that,
like we also try to do our other events. Like this Saturday, we have the speed dating. And then next week for our painting classes for the month of the week of Valentine's week. Next week, our painting classes are going to be couples paintings. So we're gonna have one image that's divided into 2 different canvases. You do one half, your significant does another half.
Oh, that was one that had like the half a heart. The other person had the.
I want to share.
Yeah.
I saw that online.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be doing that next week, Tuesday, right on. And then we also have like a special menu set up for the day of Valentine's Day.
Before you get into the special menu, the couples painting thing can be really fun. Actually, instead of doing the one image on 2 canvases, one time I went to a tipsy canvas event with a birthday party for my girlfriend's boss, and we were all doing the same one. So I did one, she did one, and it was going to be a beach scene with a little corner of sand with a huge lighthouse, and the rest is just going to be the ocean and the sky and a couple birds. That was it, really, and a few plants on the sand. Well, it was fun because we made a bet. The best looking one gets hung up in the restroom because the paints just so happen to match the restroom paint. And the whole night, I was like, man, yours sucks. Yours looks like shit. I'm getting hung up. I'm gonna be the best. We're gonna be looking at my fucking paint. You're gonna be shitting. You're gonna have such horrible turds. I was just like popping shit. We get up into like the lighthouse, and I lost it. I couldn't do it. The girl was so sweet. She was like, no, there's no such thing as a lost painting. We can definitely take care of that and all this stuff. And I was just like, no, I'm done. In fact, I will pay for this thing, but I'm done painting. I left it halfway painted, and she won. And now I have to look at her painting in the restroom, so it could become, it could become a little competition.
What happened to yours?
I threw it away.
Oh
no, I threw it away.
If I was her, I would have forced you to put it up so you could just walk down the hallway and see your shame.
That
be like,
you want us to
I'm
replace it,
surprised
you have
you
to paint
did.
again.
Right? Exactly. It's like, all that shit talking. They see what it gets you.
I know. And you know what? This will be really cool. The one image on 2 canvases. That's something really sweet. I guess. I mean, I'm a guy. I can say it's sweet. It's a sweet.
Yeah, I was even surprised. About 2 weeks ago, on one of my classes on Tuesday, I had that painting right over there with the 2 mugs.
Okay.
L'Armor. And a couple came in, and so that's just a single canvas painting right there. I was just going to teach it as a single canvas painting. A couple came in, and they're like, "Oh, well, we don't want to do the same thing, so we're going to do one mug on one canvas, and he's going to do the other mug on the other canvas." And I was like, "Oh my god!" Like the couples paintings I teach, and they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, dude, I will help you guys out. I want to see this happen."
That's cool.
So yeah, they turned that painting into a couples painting. It was great. So like, hey guys. If even tonight's painting, I don't have it with me. It's supposed to come in later in the evening or so, but I don't have it with me. But if you guys look online, and if you guys see the image itself, like in our events page, you'll see it's 2 wine glasses clinking together, and the wine jumps up to like form a heart. You guys can still break that apart onto separate canvases and make that into a couple's painting. So even for tonight's class, it's a single painting. Shit, guys, come on down over here. Make it a couple.
That's really nice of you to want to help both, the single and the 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the guys out there, if y'all think something is cheesy, girls usually think that shit's sweet. So
Yeah.
So jump
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is what she meant. And I'm telling you right now, RGVTITANRADIO.com is gonna challenge you. It's gonna challenge you to come out here, and I want you guys to keep us updated. we're asking all you guys to come down here and get involved with this, because why wouldn't you want to? Beautiful women are going to come in here and they're looking for cool dudes. So come on down here and keep us updated. And if you catch a date, we will bring you on as a follow-up episode from this one.
Oh,
and
that
we
would
like
be
to talk
so
to you
cool.
about your date and see how that went
That would be
as a
so
follow-up.
cool.
So now I want you to get into your Valentine's, your big Valentine's Day thing, because that's going to be special here.
Right
It's gonna be
on.
big. And discuss that with Derek. I'm going to go take me a squeegee real quick, because I've been drinking this electrolyte stuff. I woke up really sweated. I woke up about 4 in the morning, really sick. And last Tuesday, I had to cancel our Tacos Tuesday. And today, I was like, I'm not canceling. I'm not fucking canceling. The show's gonna go on. I've got Pepto in my bag. I've got all this stuff, and I've been drinking this stuff, and now I gotta pee like a madman. Anyway,
like 4 a.m., right?
Yeah, since 4 a.m. and my poor butthole, man, is
You need
just.
to
Oh,
take some enzymes. It'll kill the bugs in 15 minutes.
I will look for enzymes. Where do I catch those? In a pond or where?
Digestive enzymes.
I don't think it's Pokemon if that's what you're
I
thinking.
have
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
get
know.
some to you.
Do they have an app
Just
for it?
enzymes. I choose you.
Just to bring the listeners, if you're just tuning in right now, you're listening to RGVTITANRADIO.com, where we are the 956. Today is Tacos Tuesday, where we've got Liza. Are you okay? We've got Eliza and Johnny from Dessert Lounge, and we're going to be eating a couple of their dishes. We're going to be talking with Derek. It's our crossover episode of Tacos Tuesday and a Valley Food Review with our man here, Derek Zan. He's absolutely he's the man when it comes to food.
I love food.
He loves his food and he puts it out there. And tonight, we want to remind you guys to stay tuned in all day to RGVTitanRadio.com, because we've got the South Texas Black Widows coming in to talk about their organization. A bunch of really, really cool females that they made this organization just to go out and help the community. A bunch of like-minded, really
Very
badass
strong,
chicks that want to
driven.
yeah, dude,
Yes.
absolutely.
Very
And
supportive.
we're going to have a good time tonight. They're going to bring booze, and we're just going to sit down and just booze and bullshit.
That's
We want
awesome.
to keep you guys updated on what's going on. This Thursday at 8 p.m. is First Rounds on Me right here on RGVTitanRadio.com, and we've got the band Red Hour coming in to talk with us. Once again, it's RGVTitanRadio.com inside, broadcasting live right now from the Dessert Lounge, and that's at 1601 West Trenton, Suite C. It's on the corner of Sugar and Trenton, right diagonal from Edinburg Regional Medical Center. And you know, this is a really busy
Intersection.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
There's so much honking going on. Oh, Ninja Chef is out with the food.
Sneaky.
You guys go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go make this
Yeah,
tea,
let's
and I'll
get
be
this
right
going
back.
down over here.
Talk about the food.
Oh my goodness.
All right, hold on, chef.
Okay, so I've had
Well,
this
he's
one
got to get some. He's got to
before.
get some more. Yeah.
This one's called La Mera Mera. It's amazing. That was the first thing I ever ate here.
Well, before we get into the food, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the menu. So what I want to know because y'all know the food here, you know how everything works. What is each one of y'all? Thank you very much. Stick around, chef, if you haven't been. Have a seat. Have a seat. What is y'all's favorite dish? That's what I want to know.
Oh man. You see, I'm looking straight at it. I'm looking at that meta. you
This
know?
right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
But before we had the meta,
We
we
got
had
the
the chingon sandwich, and we still have the chingon. The chingon and the meta are basically somewhat the same thing. The chingon is thick pork belly, and our pork belly is really good. It's cured for 7 days. Then we smoke it, and then when we make it with the chingon, what do we do with it, Connor?
Well, when we make the qingong, what I do is I butter our bread and make have a special butter and herb sauce that I spread on the bread just to give it a nice glaze and kind of brown it up a little bit. Then I take our cured 7-hour pork belly and I go ahead and braise that on the grill for us. That way it's kind of tenderizes the meat a little bit. That way it's not so chewy. I go ahead and put that on with the fresh berry compo and some jalapenos and some brie cheese. Actually, a lot of people like our brie cheese. It kind of reminds people of what is it called? The mozzarella cheese. There it is. Kind of reminds people of mozzarella cheese, but it kind of has a little bit more of a
Creamy base.
creamy base, a little more tart, and more over than some of the other
It sounds like
cheeses.
you put a lot of thought into that. Is
Yeah.
that who comes up with the recipes? Is that?
My executive chef comes up with the recipes. I'm the head cook here. But my executive chef, he kind of deals up with the recipes. I kind of just go ahead and execute whatever he comes up with.
See.
Okay.
And the chingon, back to the chingon is the same thing like the meta. The only difference is the meta is built to look more like a pizza on a flatbread, and it has our pork belly chopped. And the chingon is like thick slices of our pork belly on like.
Is that what you call it?
bread or
Chingon?
something
Because
like
it's
that?
like big
I do.
portions of
Oh,
food or something?
yeah.
or-
Yeah, I use pretty much any type of bread. That one right
So
there.
this is your favorite dish right here.
Yes, it has become my favorite.
That's much more complex than my favorite dish. What about you, Liza? What's your favorite dish here?
My favorite, it's not on the table, but it's called the Kickin' Rice, and it's super good. It's topped with an egg, and it has like carrots and ginger and peas. It's really delicious. I love it.
Kickin' rice.
It's like an Asian sort of dish. So
Okay.
what's that weird sauce that's in it that I can never say? It starts with a G.
Gochujang.
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 Gochujang. I don't know, man.
Pretty sure there's an X in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Think of it kind of like a creamy chipotle sauce almost. Like think of your chipotle pepper, now mince that up and make it a creamy sauce, and you basically got gochujang sauce.
That sounds really good. Now, Ninja Chef, I was talking to you about the desserts earlier, and that's what I really want to get into because here on the menu, you've got eat dessert first, EDF,
Yeah,
and that's
actually,
like y'all's thing here, right?
If you want to continue taking over and talking to him, let me get up real quick and let me bring you also our desserts out. So give me 1 second. You guys continue. Let me go get the desserts ready because I know you're excited for that,
yeah,
right?
absolutely.
All right, 1 second.
Thank you. So, tell me about the desserts.
Yeah.
What would you recommend? Because this is the dessert lounge, so
Right.
if you had to come and try, like you're only going to stop in really quick and have one dessert. I know it's hard to choose because I've seen y'all sometimes. What would you pick?
I have two actually. One of them is called the Dark Chocolate Magnum, and the reason I love this one so much is it tastes exactly like chocolate ice cream, but it also has a frozen mango center in it. So the first couple bites, you taste nothing but a crunchy chocolate
Dark
layer.
chocolate.
Yeah, dark chocolate. It's glazed with a chunky.
Is it big?
Kind
Is that why it's called a Magnum?
no, it's not big whatsoever.
It's false advertising.
Probably.
Just kidding.
Not
I'm
gonna
just
lie
kidding.
on
I'm
that.
just messing with you.
But no, it's because when you bite into it, you get the creaminess of the chocolate mousse that's in there. That's what tastes like the chocolate ice cream is the chocolate mousse.
Okay.
And then it's also drizzled with a nice dark chocolate kind of. I think they put pecans in it. I'm pretty sure we have a dark chocolate layer with pecans over it, and then it's covered over a frozen mango berry center. And it's very, very good.
Do you do stuff like this at home, or are you one of those chefs that like you only eat ramen noodles? You know how like mechanics always have a fucked up car? Are you one of those guys? Like, do you eat like shit at home?
I know. You know what? I'm big time into food, and half of what you're saying is going over my head. So that's like you're going fast, dude. I'm having to like keep up with it. So,
Oh my bad. Yeah.
good question.
To be honest, I really don't cook like this at home.
There you go.
You're absolutely right.
figured.
The only time I cook like this is like if we have the Super Bowl just came up. I did do a couple things on the grill, but nothing this fancy because you know my
Well,
favorite
you're gonna make
part
like
of
fajitas, not macaroons.
Yeah, I'm not making macaroons at home. I'm not making macaroons at home. That's like a 4-hour recipe, and I just do not have the patience to sit there at my house with everything going on for 4 hours.
You guys serve macaroons here, right? I mean, it doesn't take 4 hours when they order them. You have that stuff.
Oh yeah, we already have them pre-made and everything. Everything that we make is fresh, especially with the macaroons. Macaroons do take a little bit of time because we use the Italian method with our macaroons.
There
You
you
have
go,
two.
right.
You have an Italian and a French method. We use the Italian method.
Tell us about the Italian method.
The Italian method, it's not that different from the French really. The only difference that we use is it's called glucose. It's liquid sugar essentially. It's hardened up liquid sugar. Whereas the French version they use actual your basically sugar that you put in your coffee, and they melt it that way. But the only problem with doing it the French way, you actually have to get your sugar up to temp. The bad thing about that is you start making rock candy at that point.
Yeah,
sure.
Whereas to where our
very
glucose,
easy to mess that up.
Yeah,
I've
very-
ruined many a pot trying to do that.
Oh yeah, macaroons are an extremely temperamental recipe. If you mess up one thing on that thing, the entire thing's got to go out the window. You can't use it.
That sucks.
Yeah, if you mess up one step on that thing, you don't even. And the recipe is funny because it's not even made out like regular recipes. Like a normal recipe is like, oh, add a cup of sugar, add a cup of ginger. No, this one's like, nah, you need 90 grams, and I mean 90 grams
You have to
of
have
sugar.
scales. Yeah, you have to measure out everything when it comes to really fine desserts. I've noticed
Exactly,
that. And
yeah.
you've got some. I was saying you have a dessert that looks like a gudetama. It's covered with like a glaze. What is that exactly?
Well, we have two. We have the white chocoberry, and then we also have the Magnum Magnolia. The Mango Magnolia. Sorry about that. The Mango Magnolia, it's the same thing. It's kind of got a white chocolate mousse on it, and then it's covered with a what do I keep saying?
Magnum.
It's a fun word. It's a fun word.
It is a fun word,
It starts and ends with an N.
right? I mean, what's more fun than that? But it's a mango. My mistake. Mango. It's drizzled with a nice mango sauce over, so the center also has a frozen berry center of it. So the moment you bite into it, you get the white chocolate mousse, and then you get your Magnum sauce with it, and then you start dipping into the berry center, and that's kind of what pulls everything together.
Very nice.
Wow.
That's cool. So before we continue, I just want to bring all the new listeners, if you're just tuning in right now, up to speed. We're broadcasting live inside the Dessert Lounge at 1601 West Trenton. It's on the corner of Sugar and Trenton, diagonal from the Edinburg Regional Medical Center. And it's Taco Host Tuesday, where we're right now crossover episode action right in the middle of it with Valley Food Review. And you're hearing from Connor, the chef here that's made all the stuff that we're going to try out here in just a little bit. We're going to live taste test for you guys right now, and dude knows his stuff, man, so really cool. We've talked with Johnny, we've talked with Liza, who is going to be doing February 9th speed dating here. Unfortunately, I'm not even going to be in town that night, or else I would have come to check it out. I mean, I couldn't speed date, I got somebody, but
we'd be speed watching.
Yeah, we'll do speed watching, just like yeah, and it's a really cool little spot. You're definitely going to want to come check it out, and for a small fee on Saturday the 9th, you can come out and be part of the speed dating.
Yeah,
Actually,
we're
here come
encouraging
the
you to wear
desserts.
Valentine's colors as well. Like,
Oh my God, look at that. Wow. Let me move out of your way.
Okay, do you
No,
think
you're
we
good,
could,
I'll be right back. No,
do you think
Okay.
we could, Chef, what I want you to do is if you could come and stand up over here and hold the dishes up so that we can, because we are broadcasting live on the radio, but we are also videoing this, so we're going to have the chef hold the plates up so that we can get some good shots of that. So kind of like, grab it and hold it up and explain to it what it is so that we can get it on the camera and explain it to the...
Well, this one is my turkey. Let's get you this one right here. Sorry, one second.
There you go.
All right, so this one here is my turkey hand club. This one is made with potato bread with our signature butter sauce to give it kind of like a nice brown texture on the bread, so that way you have a little bit of crunch. It also is cured with our pork belly. But it's like the pork belly, but this is our bacon version of it. It's still smoked for 7 hours, so it still has a nice 7-hour braise to it. And then we smoke it for about 2 or 3 hours just to get that nice, mouth-watering, juicy flavor of the pork belly. And then I sit there with my, just any type. I use hickory smoked hams turkey to get it because it gets that nice smoky flavor along with the bacon. It has a nice smoky flavor. And then this is also topped off with brie cheese, lettuce, lettuce, tomato, and Swiss cheese, baby Swiss, to be specific.
Right. Wow, look at that. That's
Ooh, I like
And it's
this.
also, and finally, then it's topped off with my nice avocado aioli.
wow.
There's a lot of stuff. You can just point to it if it's easier. Okay. This one we did go over.
Right.
This was, what was it called again?
That one's the Mero Mero. That one's essentially a deconstructed El Chingo sandwich.
Okay. All right. And that one right there, what is that?
That one's actually my personal favorite. That one is the honey style buffalo wrap. And a lot of people think that, buffalo wrap is spicy. This one's not so much because it has a little bit of heat to it, but it's not overly spicy because I do use honey in the sauce. So it's kind of got like a sweet and spicy type of thing to it. It's got a little bit of kick for those who do like the spice, but it's not so overbearing. So someone who doesn't like spice too much can still order it and not be like, oh my God, I need
That's me.
That's
water.
important. Yeah.
Like I need water to drown this down, or I need milk, oh my gosh.
Yeah, my wife's the same way. She can't even handle hot Cheetos.
I can't handle them too much anymore. It's really because of my butthole. I keep going back to my butthole.
you
It's,
just need digestive enzymes.
again, let me know what pond I go find those in. Hey, you know what? Actually, I call hot Cheetos hot shittos now because if I eat too many of them, I get the hot shittos.
That's what I go to Chipotle anymore.
Johnny's like, what the hell did I walk into? Let's stop talking
We're
about
Valley
Let's
Food
continue.
Review.
We're talking about your poop, okay?
We got all this beautiful food.
Eliza, I've been talking about my poop since early this morning on Facebook, so today's just been like shit day for me.
It's a shitty
Probably not the
It
best
is.
thing though.
I'm pooped. All right, let's continue
All right.
to this next.
So we've got some macaroons and we have this Bulbasaur over here. What is this? What is this Bulbasaur? Yeah. That's kind of what the gouda-tama I was talking about was, right? I'm looking at a glazed pastry right now. It looks like it's turquoise in color, and the glaze looks like glass almost over this cream puff.
Yeah,
Like
this-
some kind of a cracker.
This
or
guy
jam or
right
some
here is my favorite guy. All right, this here is a white chocoberry. Inside of it, it has like
What is chocoberry?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to break it down.
All right. You're excited.
It is a core, a deep center core of say like blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, even strawberries and all like mixed in there. And then over that we have this white chocolate mousse, and that's what gives it its shape. This is the white chocolate mousse that's over it. And then we have like a raspberry glaze, in this case here, a blue raspberry glaze over it and all. And then of course it sits on a cookie. And me personally, I love this because this tastes like ice cream. This has the consistency of say like a cheesecake. You know what I mean? Since it's a mousse, since it's a mousse and everything like that.
It looks like it would be a hard dessert because it has that really solid glaze.
It
on
does look like
but
that.
it also looks like a cream puff. So
It's
I'm
a
not
very
sure what to
it's
expect.
actually you're gonna be that's why I say you're gonna be amazed. It's gonna taste like ice cream because it's actually a very creamy sort of dessert. You know, your spoon's gonna glide right into it. You're gonna be able to take it apart like like a gelatin, like a pudding or something like that.
There's a
you know what I mean?
Japanese gelatin that's very similar to that consistency that you're talking about. I think that's kind of what it reminds me of, to be honest with you. I can't remember the name right now, but if it's anything like that, I think I'm going to enjoy it.
I hope you like this, because this is my favorite. This is where I get most of my sales from. And honestly, as being wait staff here and everything like that, most of our sales is from pure suggestion, and it's just me telling the customer, like, you got to try this, you got to take this, because I'm excited that you guys are going to try this because I fucking love this food.
And that's,
you know what I mean?
It's not a traditional snack for here in the Valley. No,
it's not.
This gets suggested to you.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring this guy out. Also, our macaroons. We've gone through quite a bit of
unique.
These guys over here. These are like
This a 4-hour process is what I want.
Oh my goodness! I don't know the logistics on making a macaroon, but apparently it's some crazy business. And all I know is this one here is more like a strawberry sort of cheesecake macaroon. This is a new recipe that we started dabbling with about maybe 2 weeks ago or something like that.
You said my magic word, cheesecake.
Yeah?
That's my absolute favorite.
So we just did it right there out of the ballpark.
That is my favorite anything.
Yeah, usually our macaroon flavors used to be pretty bland, from like, say, strawberry, chocolate, pistachio, all that kind of stuff. As of lately, we've been trying out different flavors, like strawberry cheesecake. We had cookies and cream. We had a really good coconut that was better than the coconuts we've ever done before. And because of these new flavors we've been putting out there, the birthday cake. Birthday cake sold off like hotcakes. They've been selling even faster. And it kind of puts us in a
really heavy sweetness to it. Right?
Yes. And that's why it's solely like, mainly sold like.
I love that you think that pistachio is like a bland flavor. That's something that just barely caught on down here.
To me, I eat pistachio a lot. Pistachio from like ice cream, breaded like muffins or so. Just even like pistachio nuts on its own.
But it is. You see that it is kind of an exotic.
Yeah, my daughter loves it. She's got a little carton of it in the fridge.
Of pistachio ice cream, yeah. And if you're not used to it, it's an exotic flavor. Now down here, desserts like this are really unheard of, especially at the price. It's very affordable, I might add. Very good prices here. For somebody who's used to vanilla chocolate, they go down to the yogurt shops are really popular down here. You've got the little poppy things you put in there. My kid loves those and that kind of stuff. But these are all traditional desserts.
I have a question for you, Derek. Where have you seen something like this? What is this thing called again? This blue
white chocoberry.
The white chocoberry. Have you seen anything like this before?
Only in Japan and science fiction.
It's science fiction.
Absolutely.
It's crazy because you're talking about traditional desserts and everything like that. Yeah, we do also provide, like, say, chocolate cake, strawberry cake, choco flan, and everything like that.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And it's crazy. Like, of course,
I saw
those
Mexican cakes.
Yeah, what are those fly off so quickly. We have like sopapilla cheesecake as well.
What? Sopapilla cheesecake?
Yeah, it's like a cheesecake with. We used to have we don't carry that one anymore. But that used to be one of our big hitters as well and all. But it was just crazy because those traditional ones, they just keep flying off the shelf, and it's like, come on, take a chance on this. I mean, this looks like it could be an alien egg or something like that. You don't want to dive into
delicious looking egg.
Yeah, but I really do love what we got going on here in the restaurant, because you're absolutely right. There's some items here that you just can't get anywhere else. Yeah, and aside from the items here, I hope you guys agree with me, but you're going to find out that the flavoring and the taste is as equal to the looks of what you get here. And we're especially all about presentation. When
Can I ask you a question, Johnny and Eliza? What do you think is a perfect dinner for Saturday? And do we have a perfect dinner and dessert here for Saturday?
Oh man.
I'm like, when I go out to eat with people, I'm always like, hey, let's order new things on the menu and then we can all share it. That's what I do. And then you get to taste everything.
That's cool. That'll work. This looks like a perfect spread right here. And when do we get to eat it?
Last question. What is this? I've seen 3. They look like ice cream scoops. It's not maybe gelato.
So no. This is ice cream made here. Apparently, also these take quite some processing to do and all. At your end closest to you, it's a butter than Jack ice cream, I believe. That one has like pecans. It's got a little bit of some bourbon in there. Good vanilla taste to it, everything like that. To me, it's almost got like a pecan praline sort of taste. You know what I mean? Now that matches very well with, say, like your choco flan, if you get the one with the pecans on it, or if you're getting something like maybe like our pistachio macaroons or so, like that goes well with that. Next to it, we have the purple haze, and that one, to me, that one's more like a sorbet, but it's so damn good. It's still an ice cream and all.
I love the name.
But that one has like blackberries and blueberries. I think
color.
even like
It's
what other
exactly
berries? What other
purple
berries are in there in the purple haze?
Purple haze, I use primarily blueberries.
Blueberries, right on. And like that one pairs very well with the the white choco berry over here. Like those little guys right there, you're looking at like $2 a scoop right there. Plus these little guys over here matched along with it, like they go very well, you know. And the last one that we have on the list closest to Eliza is our Mocha Madness. Now that one is my favorite. That's got chocolate, that's got that perfect coffee taste in it.
How
And
do you get
again,
the coffee taste in there?
I don't know. That's up to this guy here. This guy is magic. My
sit down.
my cook ninja right over here.
chef.
This guy is, and I'll tell him too. Like if I need something to be fully prepped for the kitchen, this is the guy to go to. This guy is amazing, and the ice creams, he's done such amazing work. So I believe the purple haze takes 5 hours to do.
Yeah, it's a 5-hour recipe, mainly because of the fact that with a lot of people don't think about it, but when it comes to ice cream, you have to boil a lot of your mixes just so all of the flavors can sit there and meld together and cook together. Now, you can't boil something and then immediately throw it into an ice cream maker and expect it to melt. It's too high. It's going to melt
Unless
everything.
you're making a sugar milk mixture, in which case it's going to be very like ice consistency. It won't be smooth at all.
Right. With this, especially with these ice cream, I do use salt because salt, as you know, makes things freeze up a lot tenser. Especially with all these desserts, I have to boil all the mixes, and when I boil
And
them,
the
I got
ingredients
like-
are fresh,
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Very good.
Especially with the purple haze. The purple haze is the longest taking one because that one I need to boil it for 2 hours, then make it very compo and let that cool for 30 minutes, and then let the boiled mix that I let cool for another 2 hours. So it takes two hours to boil it, and then it takes another 2 hours for it to cool, and then plus the berry compo, which is another 30 minutes that I have to let cool as well. So that's like a 4.5 hour to 5 hour recipe that I have to sit there and babysit that ice cream.
Wow.
But when it comes out, it comes out amazing.
Yeah, it does. It does. You know.
Well, let's try this stuff before it melts.
Oh, go for it. You guys dig in.
Again, guys, we are broadcasting live from inside the dessert lounge on the corner of Trent and Sugar. For our listeners listening in right now on RGVTITANRADIO.com, we'd like to thank you guys. We are powered up by concert culture. We cannot leave those guys out ever. We'd like to thank those guys. Fred, man, for coming out here and setting up, and Johnny for getting us set up out here. Eliza for sitting with us. Connor for just knowing just about everything. And this is really cool. I like sitting here. Derek, you brought an apprentice with you.
Oh yes, Kara Maynard. She's the woman behind the camera, without whom we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
All right.
And we
Thank you
are
very
going to
much.
be live again tonight at 8 p.m. with the South Texas Black Widows. So make sure and stay tuned in right here to RGVTitanRadio.com. But for now, we're inside Dessert Lounge, and I want to get deserted.
Okay, let's do this, right? Do you think I could get a glass of water to cleanse my palate and some small
Yes.
plates for each of us so that we can
Yeah, I'll get the
Thank you
water,
very
Connor will
much.
get the plates, we'll be right back.
appreciate it.
So
I'm really interested in that Bulbasaur looking thing. I've had my eye on that this entire time. I swear it's like inching closer to me.
Which one, this?
Yeah. As I say Bulbasaur because it's
Which
Pokemon,
one?
right? It's like
left. Okay. So we're gonna eat the food. We're gonna talk about the food, and then we're gonna wrap that up. Is that what you're saying, Fred? Yep. Okay. We're gonna eat our food. Wrap it up. Some more water.
Yes.
No small plates.
Once again, we'd like to thank the Dessert Lounge for being out here today and closing down the restaurant for us to be in here and have a nice quiet afternoon.
yes, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, we really appreciated that. Liza, man, I hope this has been good enough for you to have some more people come in, whatever we can do to help out.
Absolutely, yeah. I facilitate this event. This is Dessert Lounge's event. They bring me in to facilitate it. I do it at different places around
Can you
town.
tell us more while he's getting everything together, where you have been around town and what you've done aside from like speed dating?
Absolutely, yeah. I started in 2012 just because I enjoy networking and meeting new people, and I started doing different singles mixers, speed dating events. I brought one of the first anti-Valentine's Day parties to the Valley. It was a
Now
hit.
everybody's doing it.
Yeah, now everybody's doing it, so
Yeah.
I really don't do it anymore. I put a different spin on it. I have stoplight parties. I'm doing a Battle of the Sexes party. I just do different kinds of
I'd
things.
like to interject real quick. I just saw a new ish. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's called the Hi, My Name Is event, and basically over at the Rio Brewing Company, I believe this weekend And the owner, Oscar, put out, hey, you've seen the same person in the bar maybe 4 or 5 times. This particular event, we're going to all introduce each other and just say, hi, my name is so-and-so, instead of just walking past that person. And I thought that was a pretty cool little event.
Yeah.
Something different.
It's kind of like an icebreaker to
Yeah,
get everybody
sure.
talking. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's a great idea. Talking.
Yeah, that's what we do. And on Valentine's, this was going to be extra special because we're incorporating games and prizes. So y'all are actually going to have really fun things to do before the speed dating and afterwards, and have a chance to win some prizes. So
Will you be here for the speed dating?
Yes, I'll facilitate the
Are
event.
you a single woman that's going to be involved in the speed dating?
I met my boyfriend on Match.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he wasn't from here.
We are not endorsing Match.com whatsoever. They're not endorsing us. If you want to, that's cool.
Yeah, I would give a testimony.
All right, cool.
Goddamn right.
All right, well, let's dig in, guys. I'm so excited. Connor put a lot of effort into this, and I'm so ready to start trying.
Guys,
What
just
do we
go
try?
for it. Go
All
for
right,
it.
cool,
Go
cool.
for
I'm looking
anything
at
and
this right
everything.
here. Actually, you know what? I want to try a piece of that sandwich right there.
This one?
Yes.
All right, here. You go ahead. Grab one. Let me also pass this down over here.
I'm gonna eat light today because my stomach's a little iffy. What happened was, Whataburger always fucks up every single time. All right, I'm just saying that right now. And last
Here,
night
pass
they
me,
fucked up again, but by adding a burger in, and I ate the burger on top of what I already had, and then I went right to sleep. And I ate 2 burgers, onion rings, and all this bullshit. And I woke up kind of sick, so I'm just gonna eat lightly here, but I definitely want to try this. So here we go. This is the
Turkey and ham club.
turkey and ham club. Which one? Oh, shout out turkey and ham club.
Oh, yeah. Make sure he gets one as well.
It was right about that smoky, Derek. Good. That's really good. That's really good. The more I bite, dude, this is really nice. Okay, just going the whole thing in.
You wanted to make sure you get
Which one are you eating?
everything. Was
That's
like,
that's what I'm hearing.
it was gone before you.
It's gone. Magic trick. No, thank you. I've already had that one before. Yes, it's delicious.
Oh my god.
I'm going to take
I already
this.
ate
What do you think, Vinny?
Or, you know what? Let's
Yeah.
extend this out to our camera lady.
So I woke up feeling sick, and I wanted to eat something light. That's light, but it's also got that meaty manliness to it because it's got the smoky to it. Really good. Really good.
You know, that's true. The smokiness is something that really shines through, regardless of all the other ingredients. But you get a good balance of everything. What I really think stands out about this is the bread. To be honest with you, the bread made this for me.
Perfect toast.
Because you could take out the ingredients and eat them on their own, and they would be tasty. But if you put a regular bread on top of it, it's going to take away.
You're right.
The toasting on the top, it's got like the right combination. The right amount of oil. It's not too greasy.
Yep.
And it's not too dry. It has a good flex to it. It still has like a little bit of crunch.
And you
scrape
still
it with
got
your
bread
finger.
inside. It's not just grease. There's
Yeah.
still bread in there.
Yeah, and it's not too much either, so you're not getting a mouthful of bread there.
That
Good
was-
balance of ingredients. I really like that.
Perfect.
5 out
I'm
of
going to
5.
be taking off the jalapeno on the next one just because of my stomach, so I'm going to go ahead and
You know what? I'm gonna eat it with the.
go ahead. You try it out first.
In-house or? I'm sorry? There's bacon in that sandwich, right?
He wants to know if it's in-house bacon.
Yes, all of our bacon is in-house.
That was really good bacon.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do try to do better than Walmart.
Bacon. Bacon makes everything
bar
better.
And Walmart, yeah.
All right, let's see. Let me try this. And this is the
Meta meta.
Meta.
Instead of the bacon, that is with the giant chunks of pork belly.
Mm-hmm.
With my artisan bread.
That meta is gonna explode in your mouth. It has so many
It
flavors.
exploded in my mouth.
That's one of
be the
my
first
favorite
time
things.
Right?
I-
Here at Dessert Lounge, get your mouth exploded in.
Yes, in the wrong signals.
What is this?
That's the brie cheese.
Yeah. That's my grilled green cheese. I sear it on both
Oh, I
sides.
see
that
that.
way it gets like a nice melty texture, and then I throw it on top.
This is
Sure.
like dessert and dinner in one.
Yeah, I was having a hard time processing what I was. It was
Yeah.
one of those moments, you know. Every now and then I have a dish that I just cannot immediately identify. This is one of those.
Really good. It's really nice. Once again, inside the Dessert Lounge, doing a taste testing with Derek on Hella Valley Food Review. It's our first crossover episode here on Taco Host Tuesday, and you're listening to RGVTITANRADIO.com, where we are the 956, and I'm eating a Meta right now.
Meta meta.
Meta. Really good.
Thoughts?
I would eat it again. For sure.
Enough said.
It's a perfect combination of sweet and spicy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't try this.
Yeah, that's the next one. That's the
You nailed it, bro. You got
chicken buffalo. What is it? The not so skinny chicken buffalo wrap or something like that?
No, it's
This-
buffalo honey
This
tiger
one,
wrap.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to tell me 100 more times what it's called because I'm having a hard time remembering.
La mera mera. Just remember your wife. No.
Sweet, spicy, you know.
Fredward really nailed it when he said the perfect combination of hot and sweet. Basically.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And then the cheese on there, it's perfectly placed.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way that y'all plate things. I really do. I noticed that. It's
It's very
beautiful.
nice.
You put effort into it.
Oh, yeah.
But you also make sure that they get enough food in every bite.
Everything that is about presentation, that's one thing that I drive so much when it comes to the front of the house.
It's
Is
beautiful,
our
actually.
presentation, like how we deliver, how you see it. I mean, my biggest compliment is just seeing people get up to take that picture for Instagram. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they got to take that moment. They're like, oh my God, Sarah,
This is
bust
like
out the camera.
This is a work of art. This
Yeah.
one right here, the chocoberry. Like a work of art.
It
And
is.
you're an artist, so and by the way, every art piece that you see inside here is done by John.
Yes.
Done by me here.
That's why I'm saving that for last.
So let's get into this.
What is it called again?
That is the honey tiger buffalo wrap.
Honey tiger buffalo wrap.
That's what my girlfriend calls me, my honey tiger. And I call her my little buffalo rat. Let's see.
What kind of sauce is that?
That is an avocado sauce.
Oh,
Avocado
wow.
aioli.
Avocado aioli
That's a really good
sauce.
sauce up there.
This is really different.
Yeah, yeah.
Aioli's.
Get Derek's face on that one. That also has that smoke, almost, but that aioli, dude,
Yeah, definitely.
stole the show.
That's exactly where it's at.
Oh my god. What is exactly in the aioli?
In my aioli, it's essentially, if I had to deconstruct the recipe, it's essentially just ranch, avocados, and a couple other choice things that I got, but I put in there that I'm not technically allowed to say.
Ancient family secret
Yeah,
from
right.
like a couple of months ago.
Protected by the whole.
So ancient.
Protected by the fact that you get a paycheck.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't want a paycheck. Can't
Sworn
say,
to
but-
secrecy.
Yeah.
Because
But
we
it
know
is
where you live.
signature sauce, one of our signature sauces that I do put on the wraps.
Well, this one, it hit me with the smoke and a little bit of heat. And that's really nice, dude. That smoke and that heat was just, please, so good.
I'm used to really hot food, so I'm not getting a lot of the heat.
Oh, you've got a burnt palate, huh?
But I feel like it doesn't. Well, I mean, it's got a little bit of spice to it, but no more than say a mild chipotle.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Very
yeah.
similar
It's
to
definitely a
it.
nice little kick. It's
Yeah.
just to let you know that it's
When I
Just
say,
enough.
Exactly.
when I say
Right.
heat,
I like
that's
that.
because I can't really handle heat. So it's
Oh, that's
really
right,
not, not much of a heat at all.
That one we try to make heat friendly for everybody.
It really is.
So
You're
anybody
enjoying it as well.
Again, yeah, you're saving some for later.
I think I want to just save the rest of that.
Again, I want to talk about the bread on this. This is a pita wrap, right? Is that what you got here?
Yes.
This is, again, the way it's cooked. Nice and soft on the inside, nice and crisp on the outside.
Right.
Exactly how it should be. I've been to too many places where they have pita wrap and it's overcooked and it's extremely hard and it ruins all of the ingredients. Because if you're trying to chomp down on that thing to get the ingredients, you're not going to enjoy the flavor. I mean, that's it. That ruins it for me. I'll put it down and I won't eat it. If it's too soft, then you know it's overcooked and you get that flavor of raw dough on the inside.
Right.
That's the thing. You want it just nice and soft on the inside, but you want it crispy enough on the outside to actually enjoy it. And this nailed it. So everything on this plate, 5 out of 5.
Absolutely. What do you call it? Noms?
Great job. 5 out of 5 noms. That's
Five out of
everybody-
5 out of 5 noms. I like that.
5 out of
Thank you
5
guys.
noms.
Thank
I
you.
love it here. I love it here. And I also feel like this one would be more filling than the rest if I'm looking for something small, but I want to fill it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. And it's still,
Nice.
even like I said, I would want to eat light. It still has that light feel to it.
Yeah, we also have that for like say our lunch specials. All of these can be part of our lunch specials where it's just $10. You get half of one of these with either super salad, and then it comes with 2 macaroons and also our hydro water. And I think our hydro water, I don't know if we have that set up for today or
Hydro water, it's
not.
not swag water.
No, it's fruit infused water basically,
But,
where we have like say green apples. It's different combinations each day, but my favorite is always like our green apple orange and cucumber combination.
Pass that this way.
I'm going in on the homemade or in-house made purple haze ice cream here. Wow.
get up, grab a spoon, and just get up and join. Come on, man.
That is fresh. You can tell that that's fresh. Really nice. Really nice. I'm gonna try this mocha, man. Before it melts. I'll drink that too. I will drink that.
You don't want to know what I've done in that kitchen. Like, say when the ice cream melts, okay?
No.
You know, that's what I meant. I'm just saying, like, behind closed doors, when that ice cream's melted, I'm just there, like, chugging it and everything.
What are you doing to my ice cream when I'm not?
Or like, what was it the other day when you made it and the machine was the machine is getting ready to be thrown into the washer. I'm like, no, give me that machine.
You have to call
let me finish.
You have to call people on the spoon.
No, normally I give it to him unless I want it. If I want it, there's no calling James.
You know,
Like
because
my
what is
mom when
it?
I was little, and she would mix up brownies or anything, and she'd be like, "Here, you want to lick the spoon? You can lick the spoon. Just don't forget to put it in the sink."
I always forget to put it in the sink. It was very, very terrible in that sense.
It's not. No, there's something else.
Cannot identify.
Which one?
Haze has me dumbfounded.
Why is that?
So good.
These
Well, it's
spoons
purple
are
haze,
super
man. That's
cool.
what
They're
you
really
got.
iridescent and retro. Yeah,
You know what?
they're really nice. You found them in the pond.
The spoons too.
Yeah.
Anyway, you've been listening here to RGV Titan Radio. It's our crossover episode with Valley Food Review and Taco Host Tuesday. Derek. Derek.
I know you really like that.
Yeah, he really liked it.
I think we found Fred's favorite one.
Derek, what is your? Oh wait, we haven't even gotten to this yet.
No, you haven't even poured the macaroon.
Okay, so.
Oh, your favorite? You haven't eaten it,
I want
Derek.
it on best one.
Well, I hope it's the best.
So what's your opinion on the ice creams? I need to hear it.
Okay, so the purple haze, I know that it's blueberry, right? Essentially
Yes.
blueberry ice cream if you want to simplify it. But there was a flavor in there that I couldn't quite identify. It didn't quite taste like blueberry. It was almost like I want to say like a sharp but subtle alcohol flavor, but not an alcohol flavor. It was it added like a little bit of kick to it. It really did. And I don't know if it's the way you make the ice cream.
Because they put bourbon in it. No.
Right, no, the other one's got
I don't
bourbon.
know if it's the way you make the ice cream or not, but it's in a good way. Is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I think it's because it's so fresh, and I haven't had fresh ice cream in a long time.
And I
And,
think
and
that-
it's made correctly too.
And I think the
That's
kick
just
that
what
you're
you taste
tasting is the berry combo that I have to sit there and actually simmer for 30 minutes.
The-
It brings out all the natural
Cooked
juices.
berry, that's what it is.
Right.
Yeah.
I bring out all the juices. I throw some sugar on there, a little bit of water. It steams the blueberries, brings out all the flavors and everything out of the way. That way I can just throw it in the
Okay,
ice
so
cream.
for those of you at home who may not know, when you cook fruits or when you cook berries specifically, it changes the chemical property of the berry. It can make it be more acidic or more sweet depending on which one you're cooking. Certain berries are cooked to a different temperature for different dishes. So like if you take creme brulee for example, it's just kind of, you know about it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of gives it a little bit of tart, kind of sweet.
You want a little bit of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can have a really sweet berry and you can cook
Right.
it and it changes it
Right.
makes it less sweet. So
Right, when it comes to combos, it's just basically what all you throw in there. We typically throw, I have two combos. I have one berry combo, which is on the Maramara, that's a spicy berry combo. I make it with multiple berries, not just blueberries. It has strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, blueberries. And to give it that little bit of kick of spiciness, I throw some jalapenos in there, but they're fried in brown sugar. So kind of,
jalapenos and the berries.
right.
Yeah, that's
a lot of people
that's
don't-
for the meta, right?
Yeah, that's for the middle. A lot of people
Oh,
don't think
okay,
it,
I was
like,
gonna say.
yeah, a lot of people think, oh, that's not gonna work. But the sweetness of the berries kind of dilute the spiciness of the jalapeno just a little bit, so it still gives you a little bit of a kick, but not too much.
Yeah.
So in the ice cream, the only difference is I don't use all the other berries. I just strictly use blueberries with a little bit of sugar, some water, just to kind of bring
Well,
that
I
out.
would say that it is light years away from any type of ice cream that you can buy in the supermarket.
Really? That good?
It is really, really good.
Oh, I like that.
And
Dig into the
I had humble beginnings. I grew up
Yeah.
on Bluebell homemade ice cream. That was my favorite thing. And then we did make ice cream in the kitchen, that kind of thing. We made it the cold way, just a quick way, mix it all together, let it solidify in the fridge, the freezer, and then eat it later. Yeah, that purple haze made me want to get one. This one over here had the nuts in it, right?
Yes. Wait.
Well, they both have that. So Mocha Madness.
Yeah,
and,
Mocha Madness also has nuts, but that one has a more chocolatier flavor in it.
Okay.
I believe, that was that one. The other one was it's Butter Than Jack one. That one has the bourbon in it. Now,
The funny thing about that butter and jack is technically I ran out of bourbon, so what I'm using in that one,
one tastes like candy.
I was about to say I'm using a strawberry Smirnoff vodka.
Really?
Is what I use in that. because I ran out of the bourbon, I'm sitting here. We're like, well, what can we use in there to make it, still have that alcohol in it, but still give it a nice taste? And then my executive chef is like, well, we do have that strawberry Smirnoff. So I was like, let me go ahead and try that. And that's basically the underall.
Good idea.
It's very sweet. I like it.
Oh,
I loved it too. As soon as he pitched it to me, I thought it was amazing.
And the chocolatier one kind of reverted me to Chelman.
Yeah.
But it had more gourmet flavor.
Yeah.
It's like if you want classic chocolate, but you want it to be on the next level, kind of, fresh, well-made gourmet chocolate. That's what we like.
I do use a dark chocolate in there. The pecans that I use in there. I roast the pecans for a little bit before they go in there. That way, they have that nice roasted flavor to them as well. With the Mocha Madness, the coffee flavor is basically it's espresso.
And that's probably good quality chocolate too, right?
Yeah, it's expensive chocolate.
Okay. Because it's like if anybody who's ever made a chocolate sauce will tell you that your chocolate sauce is only going to be as good as the chocolate that you used to make it. That's the way it is, and I can tell that was a high quality chocolate. That's very important. So
So while we answer the phone, let me just tell you right now, I've already had the macaroon and the chocolate cream. I'm sorry, like I was telling you before, you know how people say, oh my God, I love sweets, I've got a sweet tooth. I've got a whole set, every single one of my teeth is a sweet tooth. I have sweet teeth. I just love sweets. Sorry, I just do.
That's your new trademark.
I love sweets.
You end the show like that every day.
Good night. So with this macaroon, I got oh my God, awesome, nutty, kind of sweet. That thing right there is like cheesecake on whipped crack. It's amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, the white chocolate berry, like I said, to me, it's ice cream. It's like, I don't know, it just reminds me of ice cream. It feels like, tastes like ice cream. It has that freshness, this is I know we're in, what is this? We're February, right?
Uh-huh.
But this, to me, this is like the perfect springtime dessert. But then again, why do I want to leave it for one season? I can have that dessert like all year round, yeah.
Yeah, and we're kind of a tropical climate.
I didn't even know there was a new side.
Yeah, that's the very core that I was talking about.
It was good before.
It's even better with it.
I didn't know how to get in there. It was good.
Can I live inside that thing, man? That's really cool, man. We've had an amazing time eating these treats, the snacks, the desserts. Sorry, the actual the entrees. How do you say it?
Entrees, I believe.
The entrees.
Because that liquid would be lying above the first eat.
There we go. And it was just really good. Once again, this is the first time ever that we've got a crossover episode with RGV Titan Radio and Valley Food Review. It's Taco Host Tuesday. We're not eating tacos today, though, buddy. We're eating like kings.
Oh, we can put it in a tortilla.
Well, it's technically not Taco Host Tuesday. That's tonight. This is just like a freelance episode.
Well, I've been calling it Taco Host Tuesday.
Yeah,
so
I know.
we're just gonna double shot it.
It's a big day.
You should have told me
It's a
something the
big
first
day.
time instead of at the end of the episode.
I did.
Oh, all right. Well, sorry.
Free promotion for tonight, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Last thing, I'll make it quick.
Yeah.
This right here is absolutely delicious. That berry is unlike anything you've ever tasted.
Wait. There's a berry inside here?
Yeah. You're gonna get some with
Dude, that's what Fred was so happy about. Yeah, Fred came back and he was like, "There's more. There's the inside."
He's all
Wait,
wondering.
there's more.
Let's get a close up on that again while he puts a spoon in it so you can see the
It's
consistency.
just like this.
It's kind of, I know it's cheesecake, but it's got the consistency of a Kool. It's very light, frothy whipped cheesecake.
Yeah, well, it's not a cheesecake. It's got the consistency of a cheesecake, but it's a white chocolate mousse.
Oh, it's
Yeah, but it still has that form to it and everything, and it still has the consistency like a cheesecake,
But that mix with the berry was a unique experience.
It really was.
I would
It's almost like a jam.
one of those.
I haven't snacked on anything. I've been watching you guys do
Yes,
this.
no, dude.
It's like, this is at least give me something.
Yeah, right here.
So
Awesome.
before we go, Liza, go ahead and plug in the speed dating again.
Okay, I'm Eliza. I'm going to be your host this Saturday, February the 9th at 7 p.m. for your speed dating. We're going to have some games and prizes. Your ticket is $25. You can get it on Eventbrite. It includes 2 drinks of your choice. You could get wine or beer. And it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Who knows? Maybe you might even find a Valentine. So come join us.
Hey, by Valentine's she means,
Wink, wink.
getting it in.
Getting you somewhere.
Getting you somewhere. Anything else throughout the week that you want?
Yeah, I just want to say,
plug it up.
and of course, before we end off, I just want to say again, my name is Johnny Gaitan. I am the guy in front of this restaurant. Like, if you guys come to this restaurant, you guys are going to have to deal with me as customer service or anything like that. But do not worry, you're going to have a great experience. Yeah, this over here to my left is Connor, one of our great chefs here in the building. He just displayed and gave us all some wonderful fucking food by Connor. But yeah, we have Saturday's event coming up, and if you guys do so well, you guys do find a date. Thursday, the following week for Valentine's Day, we're gonna have a huge badass menu from like herb-crusted ribeye, our Atlantic salmon. We're gonna have, what is it, the special dessert is gonna be tropical? It's like a tropical kiwi cheesecake that we're gonna have.
Wow.
And it's gonna be unlimited house wine. We have Chardonnay, we have Pinot Noir, we have Cabernet Sauvignon, and we have Merlot. Unlimited house wine. And then of course your 4-course meal with appetizer, salad, main entree, either your choice of the salmon or the ribeye, and then our badass desserts afterwards. That's gonna be Thursday, and we're taking up reservations for that. And then of course throughout the weeks, every week we have our Tuesday nights sip and paint classes for $35, and on Wednesdays we have our wine tasting classes for about like $25 per person and all. So yeah, I encourage everybody to bring themselves down over here. I encourage everybody to challenge themselves to the foods that they have here. If you don't believe that these two guys really enjoyed this, if you think this is all
Try it
fake,
for
then
yourself.
bring your ass down over here and try it for
definitely
yourself.
I
you know?
would never,
I was gonna say.
ever rely on a review.
Yeah.
Good. I love the honesty because I was so scared about
And
that.
I
too,
can't lie
honestly.
when I put food in my mouth that sucks. I really can't.
Yeah, you're just like,
This is so good. It's just falling out.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you this is a piece of shit. You know?
Yeah, no,
but I'm
with
gonna be
respect,
like,
you
but I'm
know?
gonna be like, I didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
I absolutely cared for everything.
And I will-
Today was amazing.
It was good, and I will say on behalf of Valley Food Review, every single item that I tried for today was a complete 5 out of 5.
Damn, fuck
No,
yeah, I
it's
like
up
that.
the ass.
I have to say,
Or as Vinny says,
Connor.
nom 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 nom. So, and you know what? When I see the food here, even just a little bit, like we got a sample kind of thing. They can order a bunch and share, get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and we also provide, we have here in the building 2 private rooms. One holds up to 15, the other one holds up to about 10. And we could also do platter packages for parties and things like that. The last week when I told you guys earlier that we had our whole entire restaurant full on for our wine tasting class for Texas Tribute Night, going on in the 2 rooms. They had them open. We had a whole full on, was it like an engagement party going on or something like that? It was like 20 some plus people. And we had, platters for them and dessert platters as well for them and everything like that. So kind of like the small setup that you saw here, but just like, at a much greater scale for more people and stuff like that. So we have all those kinds of things to offer as well. It's not just a restaurant. You guys
Very
can make
cool.
it your event house if you want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're already doing bachelorette parties. We're already doing engagement parties. We've already, done birthday parties and everything like that. And Christmas parties as well. And not to also brag, but because we do the sip and paint classes here, you could also request that for your parties.
Nice.
So say for instance, you want to have your platters here with the desserts here and everything like that. And you're like, when was it? It was a while back. We were closed on Sundays. So a family came in to rent out the place for Sunday for a birthday brunch themed as Rapunzel. And I even did a customized Rapunzel painting for them to
I thought you were
paint
saying
off.
dressed up.
I was
No. I did not wear the wig. No. But I did. They asked like, hey, it's gonna be at the Rapunzel themed party. We want to have like our own sip and paint class going on. Can it be with the theme? I was like, yeah, we can do that. It's no extra fee or anything like that to do custom artwork for your birthday parties or anything like that. And it came out beautiful. It was stained glass version of like Rapunzel and stuff like that. It was
You
really
versatile
cool.
like that. You listen to your audience, your people,
Yeah,
your crowd.
yeah.
And actually,
Like,
like
I
suggestions
could-
on the menu that you were talking about.
Right.
And if you want to come and we always encourage everyone at Valley Food Review to go out and do reviews and post them on our Facebook page, Valley Food Review. That is where you can be a food reviewer too, because it's all about the community, not just us. We can tell you what we like, but we want to hear what you like. If you're tired of reviewing burgers and tacos, which we love, and you want
We love,
something
yeah.
really complex with like 5, 6, 7 or more layers, come on out and try one of these dishes and then post your review on Valley Food Review so we can read it too.
absolutely. Go over and give Valley Food Review a like on Facebook. Give us a like, RGV Titan Radio on Facebook. Give Concert Culture a like on Facebook. Your Life VR, go follow them on YouTube. Subscribe. And man, Connor, dude, thank you so much. That was an amazing afternoon. Johnny, thank you so much. Eliza,
coming out over
you
here.
little badass. We'll be seeing more of you. Thank
you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And you guys keep it locked into RGVTITANRADIO.com, where we are the 956. Again, we only play music from right here in the RGV. And tonight on Taco Host Tuesday, the official Taco Host Tuesday, is the South Texas Black Widows are going to come and talk about the organization. We're going to have a good time. We're going to, drink some booze and just relax and hang out. This upcoming Thursday at 8 p.m., Red Hour from, I believe, Far Texas is coming in to hang out. We're going to drink some 5x5. We're going to hang out, talk about the band, some of the music, and of course they'll co-host and we'll be listening to some of their favorite local jams, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, this has been the crossover episode with Valley Food Review and us here at RGV Titan Radio, and from all of us here at RGV Titan Radio, man, keep eating.
Yeah, and keep eating here at Dessert Lounge. We
At Dessert
appreciate it.
Lounge, right here on the corner of Trenton and Sugar. Tell them Vinny and RGV Titan Radio sent you.
Hey man, eat up, man. Eat up. Take it as a personal offense if you don't finish my food.
Oh, goodness.